podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
I am the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
I know you're booing me because
Hey Daddy,
You fight with nobody.
this a dollar beat. This a dollar beat.
BoxingVoice.com.
You won the belt with
Hey
nobody.
Daddy,
BoxingVoice.com.
this a dollar beat.
You never gonna get the fight, man. You're a horrible fighter. Payday,
BoxingVoice.com.
payday. You want payday. I know that. Oh, look this guy. There's a plan to
BoxingVoice.com.
go for the belt, and I'm coming, man. I'm coming, my friend. Get the fuck out of here, man. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
BoxingVoice.com.
Because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. And right away, I think the first thing that I'm going to say is, I want to make sure that everyone is taking care of themselves. And I feel like you need to understand that we're going to take the first second of this show just to remind you that you got to head on over to Manscaped.com and cop yourself a little lawnmower. Get the lawnmower. You see my shirt, my last Manscaped shirt? Where's that?
I'm wearing the underwear, but I don't think you want to see, right?
Bam, I got the Manscaped shirt. That means my balls freshly shaven. Ain't no playing.
But you got the
Manscaped
chones
coming
on
through.
too?
What?
You got the chones on too?
Nah, I still ain't. Yo, I got to take them out the office. I keep leaving
Dude,
them
they're
in the office.
amazing. Isn't that shirt feel good though?
It does. It's really soft.
Yo, and it looks good. Like it's a good.
But I'm not
fit
selling merch.
for
I'm
you.
selling the lawnmower. They need to get
No,
this
no.
4.0.
I'm just saying that I was surprised with how high quality both the chones and shirt were.
Oh, absolutely. But once again, look, Valentine's coming around the corner, Father's Day, it's summer. If you're in Florida, it's always summer. You got to wear swim trunks. Nobody wants, obviously to be poorly maintained, man. So make sure you pick up your lawnmower 4.0 and you use the code TBV. Head on over to Manscaped.com and don't forget to use the code TBV when purchasing your lawnmower 4.0. That is a very safe way to make sure that you escaped. Make sure you ain't got all the dingleberries and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing my advertisement early so that it's in your mind. It's in your mind to just shave those balls. You know what I'm saying? Make them shave like Evander's head. I seen Evander yesterday. They're saying no sound. Wait a minute. Why would you not be having sound? Oh, right about here. Let me see. Yo. Yeah, you should have had sound on this one too.
Let me check.
I don't know what he's talking about, but it don't matter. We're moving on. We're here to talk about your mans in them, Teofimo Lopez, bringing boxing back to Tuesday nights. Tuesday night fights with Triller Fight Club. Monday night fights with Triller Fight Club. It was going to be October 5th. They pushed that back. Why? Because of boxing? Baseball, Mario? Why'd they push it back?
Well, there's a chance that the playoffs could produce a Red Sox-Yankees series, and I believe Game 1 or Game 2 would end up being that day. Like the way that the standings are right now, the most likely scenario would be like a Yankees-Red Sox, and that's just a huge rivalry that attracts, non-casual baseball fans. So the problem is they're going on the 4th, which is the Chargers and Raiders Monday Night Football game. And while that doesn't seem super sexy just in and of itself, it's a division game early in the season, from a Vegas team and a California team. Like, that's notable to me, to go up against the pay-per-view. So it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's just one of those fights that's cursed at this point, right? It's like it was supposed to happen. It keeps getting pushed back, and every time it gets pushed back, it's put against something more and more popular or competitive in terms of programming or counter-programming.
Counter-programming. You're absolutely right.
Many people suggested we should talk about another topic. This fight, I'm one of those guys, where this fight is like bad taste in my mouth. It's like took too long to happen. You know what I mean? This was like, Teo's been out since he beat Lomachenko. I don't know. They need to get the ball rolling for sure. It's slowing down the momentum that was Teofimo Lopez, and too much free time is making him into a media monster, and
sure.
He needs to get back into the ring.
I think, though, for me personally, I think that Teofimo solidified himself as a star, or at least like on that cusp of stardom, right? And so it's big news anytime he fights. The reason why you feel this way and why many of us feel this way is because of the constant changes. I think this is the 7th, maybe 5th, somewhere between 5th and 7th time that this thing has gotten moved. There was even, I think it was Jake put out like a brief timeline, and there was like 1 or 2 schedule changes for this fight that I wasn't even aware of. Like very minor changes were like, well, we wanted on this date, the 9th, and it couldn't have so even dates that we didn't even know about were out there. So who knows how many dates there was going to be. The thing is if it was just a fight, if it was like, if it wasn't a situation where Kambosos earned his shot and it wasn't a mandatory, I might feel a different way about it if it was not as competitive as I think it could be. But you're absolutely right. Even look, Fury Wilder, as big as that seemed a few months ago, to a lot of people, has lost a lot of steam. And it's like when you have these fights in the media for so long, even AJ Fury, like that was supposed to be the fight. And how many people were sour on it, by the time it came to fruition, for the brief moment that it was, that it did come to fruition. But again, it's just like these constant things in an era right now of the last 24 months or so, right? Or less than that, but like 18 months of COVID. Like, it just feels like repetitiveness. It feels like we're in fucking Groundhog Day. So the fights that aren't like over the top, crazy, exciting, they lose that mustard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just tired of this one, man. It's taken so long, and it has the division kind of on standstill because Teo has all the belts. So, people that want opportunities at him, you can't really call him a duck because he's busy. He's tied up, and we just have to wait. So I just want this fight to get over with so we can try and move on. See, are we gonna move on and be in a better place where, you have some Tanks or you have some, Devins or something in the ring with a Teo,
Some Maxie Hughes. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, Maxie out here making his names. He's doing the
Maxie
rounds.
out here.
Everybody getting him on their little shows and their interview, your YouTubes. He's doing the rounds, man. He's out here doing the rounds.
You know who's not doing the rounds that I've been surprised?
Who's that?
Robinson. Like,
which Robinson?
It was
Castellano? The one that's gonna fight the dirty fighter?
How do you say it?
Canciao.
Thank you. I actually watched a highlight reel on him the other day, and the multiple telecasts pronounced his name 3 different ways. It was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it was mentioned the other day on I think it was a D-Style podcast. I know G-Funk was on, and he had mentioned how it was odd that we still haven't heard from him. Like, there's nothing out there. You go and search, nothing has been said on his side as far as, obviously he wants to fight or he wouldn't fight. But there is no, like, definitive statement from him. You know what I mean? Like, everybody puts out a statement, at least. Everybody puts out something that's probably prepared by a publicist, that they sign their name to, that is vaguely what they want to say, but not at all how they would have said it. And he hasn't. He's yet to do that. The only media I really saw him that really blew up was the Anderson Silva thing. That some people were saying was old, but I thought it was brand new. But anyway, he got visited by Silva because, he's Brazilian. They're both Brazilian. But yeah, it's crazy. So I don't know. A lot of weird stuff this week.
Funny you bring up Silva. Isn't that like an MMA guy?
It is an MMA guy. It's an MMA guy fighting Tito Ortiz in the co-main event this weekend.
Okay. I didn't see him yesterday.
Who beat Chavez, by the way?
Yeah, he wasn't there yesterday. Just Evander Holyfield and Vitor Belfort.
Good job. Hey, give yourself a round of applause for not calling him Victor. That's what's up.
Yeah, no, I got to speak to him. He probably gonna stop Evander.
Why?
His left hand is real, and he's younger than Evander.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not saying why. Like, that's a
Evander
dumb opinion. I'm saying, like, why? Because I know you didn't know him up until recently. So I was like, more, what makes you say that?
Because Evander did 1 round of pad work and was looking like it was 12.
Bro, he was trying to fight somebody totally different in a totally different manner and class and style. Now he's fighting a dude in Vitor Belfort who was training for De La Hoya to be the main event the whole time. Like, this is not that fight for Evander, I don't think, but we'll see.
For Evander, he's got everything going for him, right? Other than the fact that he's taking it on short notice. If you want to believe that he was training, Vitor was training for a 185-pound fight. Now you're fighting a 200-plus pound legend. Yeah, well, Oscar's a legend in his own right, but
good point. Okay.
Still 60, 70 pounds he got on him.
You're right. Let me squeeze this question in then, okay? Since we're making this basically flagship show style. What do you think about the decision that's just been made that they are going to sanction this fight and it will end up on the pro record of Evander Holyfield one way or the other?
It's a real fight. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. My Border Wars fights belong on BoxRec. Fuck out of here. I did my 8 weeks. I put in my hard work. I wish I had the clout of fucking Evander to get my shit on BoxRec, and you do too.
But is it a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a great thing. What's wrong with it? As long as he don't get hurt, that's what everybody's worry is, that he's old. His family's worried too. He said it. But other than that, come on, man. Like, I'm going through the motions.
It doesn't mess up his legacy at all.
Bro, that's like saying, he's doing everything. Why wouldn't it be? I'm going to fucking have an exhibition when I'm actually getting in there and we really fighting? It's no headgear? None of that makes sense to me.
I just think that at this point, for someone his age to be sanctioned to fight a pro bout, that comes with a lot of
He passed his medicals.
That comes with a lot of baggage.
He passed his medicals. He's healthier than probably some of your uncles and fucking grandfathers right now.
100%. But, ultimately, there's a reason why sanctioning bodies are set up, athletic commissions are set up. Just because he's athletic enough to, pass those tests does not necessarily mean that he should be fighting professionally still.
What you should have said.
One thing to have an exhibition, but
What you should have said is there's a reason the fight's in Florida, Mario, and not in Vegas. Vegas didn't approve Evander.
That's very true.
Vegas didn't approve Evander, and Florida did. But if Florida wouldn't, Texas would. This is how it works. Think about those obscure fucking cities that had some Ali fights. It was like Michigan or some. Look at them. Some weird ass cities had Frazier and Ali fights. It's like
from there.
Come on, bro. Nobody fights in those towns. It's just the licenses.
Jerry Cooney. Where did he fight?
I don't
Jerry
know.
Cooney.
But
do you remember?
every license.
It was somewhere where he didn't need like a.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't remember.
You don't think the Atlanta commission would approve Mike Tyson if he wants to make a legit comeback? South Carolina.
I think it depends on the competition, but yeah, I think they probably would.
Of course, every commission is going to look at it like this is our opportunity to get eyeballs on our athletic commission. Even Texas, even if he goes all the way to Corpus, those dudes, that Corpus, Texas section, they going to be like, yo, we don't never get no fucking fights. And now you got a big fight and you telling us no, that we should not let it get said. Fuck you. I want to work that fight. I want
It's
Tyson
funny you say that. Evander did come to Corpus at the tail end of his career, and he did fight a fight. I was about 15, maybe 14, and I remember when. And oddly enough, oh man, I can't remember who it was from TriStar, but one of the TriStar guys was there.
Damn.
So
this shirt doesn't show well during the show, man. I need you to remember to go to Manscaped.com and get yourself a lawnmower, man. You know what I'm saying? It's fall for you guys, but it's still summer for me. So, you know, we wearing shorts and shit out here. We got to stay fresh.
Listen to this guy.
TBV is the code when you go to manscaped.com. Save yourself 20% for rocking out with TBV. It costs you nothing. And if you was going to do some scaping, buy your daddy a little scaper, your son a scaper.
Scaping.
You know what I mean? Get that 4.0 lawnmower on TBV.
Yo. Drifting, draping, holiday scaping. That should be the commercial.
Shit. There it is. There it is. Speaking of commercials, this may sound like one, but it's totally not. It's time for some beating the odds with TBV, man. Right now, I'm on mybookie.ag.
What you got?
And over on mybookie.ag, we got the odds for this weekend's fights, and we're talking Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort. And Evander and Belfort are actually in a very tight fight, my friend. What would you guess the odds were if you haven't already looked?
I have not looked. I'll say Vitor is like a plus 140.
Wow, you're good. And look at this guy.
What was it?
Plus 110.
Oh. Yeah, that's way closer than I thought.
What do you think Evander is?
I would probably put him at like a plus 180, 160.
Minus 140. He's the favorite.
I'm sorry, I meant minus. I said plus for Vitor. I meant minus. I'm sorry.
So, if you're thinking Evander's a heavyweight, Vitor is a MMA fighter that's been slept before. I'm recommending, and again, if you are thinking that way, in your mind right now, that little guy inside is like, man, this dude never fought in boxing. Evander's a fucking heavyweight legend, and Vitor been slept. Then your bet is Holyfield by knockout at a plus 200. What do you think about that?
Holyfield by knockout at a plus 200. I think that that's not bad. I think that. No, I don't know. I don't know. Knockout. What was he just money line?
Money line minus 140. No. Money line. You were right. Evander's the underdog. He's a plus 140 money line, bro. Vitor Belfort is minus 165. I was looking at the wrong.
Where is this card, Ness? I don't find it anywhere.
My bookie. They got their own tab. They got their own tab called Evander Holyfield. That's how big this fight is.
Bro, you're tripping. I can't see none of that. Where is this?
All right, I'm going to screen share it. Look, I'm screen sharing it. And I'm going back to the top, my bookie. Then I'm going to go scroll down left side. It says betting lines, odd bets. You scroll to boxing,
Odd
click the tab.
boosts?
No, you scroll to boxing, click the tab under my bookie. See the tab? Go all the way down.
Oh, yeah. I
You
see
even
it
got
now.
Anderson
Okay.
Silva right there.
They got the Silva. Yeah. Ooh, I wonder what they got there. Let me tell you, I think that
and they got
Silva's
4
a
prop
lock.
bets. They got 4 prop bets for this Evander Holyfield fight. I still like Holyfield by knockout. I seen Holyfield doing punch pad work. Vitor is sharper. He's still sharper. Like, he still got snap in his punches, but Evander's still heavier.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah.
heavier handed.
They used to say that he had the fastest hands in UFC. Do you remember that sports science show that used to come out on Fox Sports, or maybe it was ESPN or something, and they would like take an athlete, right? And they were like, Barry Bonds has the force to crush 175,000 watermelons with one swing. Like, they would do like random stuff like that. I remember they did like a thing where they were timing fighters' hand speed, right? It was like an oblivious one on YouTube. And supposedly for a time, like a very long amount of time, Vitor Belfort had the fastest hands in his division in the UFC. And so, but the thing for me is that the gloves, the size of them, they will, I don't want to put it like this, like expose power, like real power from MMA glove power, right? I'm not trying to put it that way. All I'm trying to say is that it could affect his technique. It could affect his ability to launch. Vitor Belfort specifically, yeah. But I don't know.
He's got decent technique, man. He's got decent technique. The thing that I didn't like, and I'm not judging them because it's a media workout. They ain't gonna show you everything. You don't know what they want to show you. So I took it with a grain of salt, but he wasn't turning over the left hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, his left hand was coming straight from here. There wasn't
he's a southpaw, right?
He's a southpaw.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any of this, There wasn't any torque of the torso with the left, You're southpaw.
Like from the hook?
No,
or are you talking about from over the top with like an overhand?
Left. Your straight left is supposed to be jab straight.
Yes.
So you see how this turns?
Yeah, turning it over. Yeah, getting the pinky up. Sure.
He was doing this.
Oh, God, he wasn't getting full extension on it. And that's how he's used to hitting. Like, if you go and watch some of his most vicious knockouts, like, he's heavy-handed. It was him doing these, like, squaring off and kind of just doing, like, what you would do on pad work. But his hands were so heavy that guys were losing consciousness. 2 of those shots, you're done for the fight. 4 of those shots, you're done for the night. Like, you're out. And you're probably going to the hospital. So it'll be interesting. It's like, look, here's the thing. I don't like the feel of the show anymore. I don't appreciate, infusing politics in it. I think that it's dumb. I think that it's a waste of time. I think that Triller's already had enough people on air that don't know what they're talking about. They don't need another one, specifically one that's, so divisive. And again, this isn't about Republican or Democrat or liberal or anything like that. I don't want AOC on my boxing
match. This is totally about politics for you, because now both the Trumps are calling the fights. They didn't get TBV to do commentary. They got Donald Trump and Donald Trump Jr.
Absolutely. And you know what? I would rather hear Nestor Gibbs there. I would rather hear Maestro there. I would rather hear Miguel Montero there. I would rather hear Joseph here. I would rather have people, because they know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're entertaining people. What are we going to get from Donald Trump and his son?
But him and Evander go way back, so it's like, yo, you used to fight at my hotels. I want to call you a fight, and I'm the president now. Like, how isn't this great publicity for Evander? You talking about, hire TBV and don't get the mass global publicity of 2 Trumps calling your fight. Come on, Mario. What sort of businessman are you?
I think that you can say that, listen, it was on Jimmy Kimmel and CNN reported.
Yeah.
So there it is. But guess what?
That
it's
Trump
also
is going to be there.
A shit ton of backlash.
Why?
A shit ton of backlash.
From
who? They say that all what do they say? It's like all, not all media is not bad media or whatever.
But,
All
explain, brother. Some of us don't watch what you watch. What do you mean they receive backlash?
Well, there's a ton of people who are just don't like the idea of Trump and his, because first of all, you got to understand it like this, right? And this is, again, what I'm seeing on Twitter. Obviously, like I follow a huge Mexican fan base. A lot of them are just upset in general. It's like, he had so much to do with trying to get rid of the Dreamers. A lot of these people are Dreamers themselves or come from families that, were Dreamers. Like, there's a lot of animosity there. And again, it's not about the politics themselves. It's about it becoming political. I don't want AOC on there either. I don't want Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden either. I don't want none of that shit. I watch boxing, so I don't have to think about
but you're being unfair to Trump, who was a boxing fan before he became public enemy number one. So to act like he's coming to Evander's fight as some political move, and you trying to blanket it as a political move. Oh, I don't want Biden. None of them dudes ain't showing up because none of them dudes ain't boxing fan. This dude's a boxing fan. That's the bottom line.
Who says he's a boxing fan? Where does that come from? He had fights. He's a fan of the money.
Wait.
No.
I think you're missing a lot of factual information. Besides putting on fights at the Trump Palace in Atlantic City and revitalizing Atlantic City as a boxing market in the 80s, remember, Trump physically shows up to fights in this century. Like, he's shown up to fights before he was president. He did the Jack Johnson thing.
If he's shown up to a fight in the last 10, 15 years,
absolutely.
I would be shocked.
I would be shocked. He had only one term, right? So he absolutely showed up in the last 5 years. He absolutely was at a PBC fight the last 5 years.
Okay, you might see stuff I haven't, but I've seen a ton of video on Trump. I've never heard him talking about Teofimo or Ryan Garcia or Canelo or Cotto or Mayweather or De La Hoya or any of these guys in the last 20 years.
That's not his era.
Like,
that's not his
you're
era.
talking about Evander and Tyson.
That's his
you're talking
era.
About, my dad's, when my dad was my age watching boxing.
That's his era. You acting like Trump's our age.
And how many people are watching that are connected to him through that era? What's he going to offer the table?
It is Evander's. It's Evander's fan base. So Evander's fan base is Trump's fan base. What are you talking about? They're the same age bracket.
Not even close to true.
Bro, they're the same age bracket.
Listen.
They came up together.
If that's the way that it worked, if it was simply that, hey, we're the same age, so our demographics are going to spill over, I think that you're oversimplifying.
No, I'm
not
saying.
I think ultimately there's no reason, there's nothing he brings of substance, and all he's really doing is making it a divide, because all everybody's saying is.
How is it a divide? No, that's just you guys. You guys are weirdos. No, listen, first of all, he done Evander fights before. And secondly, go watch Evander's interview talking about it. Like, you guys are just, like, you can't make a decision or feel a certain way for Evander. This is what he wants. You know what I'm saying? This is his friend. That's his friend.
I watched something the other day that he said something like, I haven't seen him since this fight in such and such date.
Okay.
Like,
all right, and that doesn't
you're talking about a business friendship that expired over 25 years ago. Like, again, what's the substance that he brings, and then the divisiveness? Because
let's just be clear with what you're saying. You're saying his boxing pass expired because it's been too long since he's been doing it, so he's not allowed to come back?
I'm saying that he never was in boxing to begin with. He was the host of venues, but he didn't have any expertise commentary to bring to the table. He doesn't have any insight on the current landscape of boxing or the past landscape of boxing.
Dog. Snoop is still there. Trump and his son are what's called and being called alternative commentary. He's not going to be sitting next to Snoop and whoever Snoop is smoking a J calling the fights.
Yeah, I think it's the gaming commentary, actually. It's like on gaming consoles is what I'm being told.
I don't know where, but you got to go find it if you want to hear it. The normal pay-per-view is going to have the normal commentators. Trump is there for his own reason and for whatever, but he's catering to, that's what I'm saying, he's catering to his market.
But what market is that? Tell me.
that age demographic, them
No, it's not.
65-year-olds.
It's the Proud Boys. It's the far right-wing extremist type groups, and it's the people that feel under marginalized.
Bruh, the fights in Florida is his state. It's a Republican state.
It's a Republican
the fights
state,
in Florida.
Sure.
Like,
but at the end of the day, they're trying to sell pay-per-views all over the country, not just in Florida. All I'm saying is there's no reason to have him there because he brings nothing of any value. And on the other side of it, the market that you're trying to tap into, you're talking about extremists. Like, that's not January 6th, he caused an insurrection. People came in the name of Trump. Maybe this is exactly what they wanted.
Maybe this is exactly what they wanted, to get people so riled up and cause a media stir, because I didn't know.
No, that's exactly what it was.
I didn't know that this was such a big deal. I'm like, yo, Trump is calling the fights. Who cares? Like, it's probably going to be comedy to me, you know what I mean? Because of the way he talks and the jokes that he makes. Probably going to be something to laugh at, but I don't.
It's been a divisive issue, Ness. I think that obviously you don't, really like being on Twitter, which I fully understand. But, if you do get the chance, just go and check out some threads. It is very divisive in the sense that the people that want it to spite the people that don't. And the people that don't, they have their obvious reasons. But again, this is what I'm trying to say is that bringing politics in it, no matter what, it just ruins it. It ruins the atmosphere. It ruins the vibe. This conversation takes over no matter what. Yes, I get it. For people like you who, do a good job of shutting that part of the world out, yeah, it goes over the head and it doesn't really matter as much. But for the rest of everybody else, it either turns you off or it turns you on.
That's crazy,
and
man.
You got to watch stuff on both sides of it.
I was actually going to go to the press conference today.
You should.
And meet Trump for the first time, just to say, just to scratch that goal off, like, little goal. Boxing helped me meet the former president of the world. You understand? Not that I like that president, not that I'm cool with that president, but
you met a former president.
But boxing has taken me to all these different places, but it's not my thing. That's why I'm here today. Trump isn't my thing. I'm not into politics, so I didn't rush to drive 5 hours to be with him again. I actually, I'm a little bit turned off,
Why is that?
It was a big promotion for a media workout. They brought the crane out.
I saw that.
And people may not understand what that is, but listen, I don't mean a goal, but some of the things that boxing has helped me achieve.
I got you completely.
No, I'm. There's
they tripping in the chat.
There's someone that's been upset since we started the show, but So when I seen the crane, I'm just like, wow. I went and asked Bernie real quick, like, yo, Bernie, is that Triller's crane, or does the Heavyweight Factory have a crane just sitting in here? And it was Triller's, man. So that was really impressive to see them spending the money just for a media workout. But it was just Evander, his trainer, John David Jackson, Vitor Belfort, and his trainer, Derek Santos. That's it. I mean, and I get it. Those are like the superstars. So maybe they're going to do another media workout, but I don't think that they are. And then I get it. This fight was supposed to be in Vegas, and they quickly relocated it within a week's time to Florida. So maybe the budget isn't there to have every fighter make it on time for yesterday's media workout and fly there and be there. So we had to just deal with the main event. But it just wasn't worth it to me, man. I was like, I felt horrible driving and calculating that it was 5 hours of my life wasted, and all I got was like Evander, and Evander might need to stop, man. He might need to stop. Like the way, I didn't even want to interview him. It was just like I couldn't get a straight answer, and you know how it is, man. So I'm just like, this ain't for me. I'm staying home. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think the disconnect was?
I would cancel if I didn't already cancel the last 3 fights. Remember, I canceled the Jake Paul
I remember that.
because I booked the wrong flight and I canceled something right before that. So, I dread canceling.
Yeah.
So now I'm forced to go to this shit. But on the bright side, the rumor is Sean Porter will be commentating, but I also didn't want to take the chance on driving all the way the fuck back down there and Porter not flying in yet. Because he's going to be doing the commentary, obviously, with Snoop Dogg and Ray Flores, which is going to be interesting to see. So, But again, it's like you got no know-how of whether or not they're going to be there today. And then it's like, what the fuck am I going to talk to Trump about? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't my day. It was a Mario day. Mario had to tag in, man. Mario should have been there. Go talk to your man Trump and them. What you would have said?
I would have.
First of all, let me ask you: do you think you would have been able to keep it professional and only stay boxing, or would have you try to be, I don't know, witty and
1,000%? I would have
go from a boxing, like a boxing political question, so you could get
never. I wouldn't try to sandbag like that. There's a time and a place for that, right? If that's what I wanted to be, if that's what I wanted to do, I would apply for those credentials, and I try to work my way up into that, network, and hopefully one day, get to go to the Rose Garden as a credentialed member of the press. I actually listen. What everybody thinks that if you talk bad about Trump, then you have some sort of agenda. I have no agenda in this. I think that it's bullshit because let me tell you real quick, because you probably don't even know this. The big controversy from mainstream media, right, is that this is a former president who's still alive on 9/11 that's going to be commentating a boxing match. Obama, President Bush, and Joe Biden are all going to be attending different memorials for 9/11. Joe Biden's actually going to do all three of the crash sites. Bush is going to be in Philly where one of them went down, and I can't remember Obama. But everybody's like, oh, can you believe Trump? And look how he's spending 9/11 and blah, blah, blah. And here's the thing. For me, I feel like it's just nitpicky. I don't think that I think that it is very appropriate for a president or former president to honor 9/11, but I don't think that there has to be some specific rule or way that he does it. If he goes to a church and prays, which also I don't think it would happen, but if you were to do that, that would suffice. I mean, you're trying to put this pressure on him just to make him look bad. He does that all by himself. He doesn't need any help. But again, this is the mainstream media covering these things a certain way. The same people that shit on Joe Rogan for catching COVID and making up all these crazy stories. Ultimately, it's the divide that this causes, because I don't want AOC, who's a well-known far leftist, on there. I don't want to see, Trump or Don Jr. I don't want to see the Proud Boys. I don't want to see Antifa. I don't want any of that shit connected to my boxing, but ultimately that's what happens. But everybody keeps saying that Snoop hates Trump. So I don't know. I wonder what would happen. Who's to say Snoop doesn't say some crazy shit, some wild shit out there, during the commentary. Well, I mean, I guess that's guaranteed. He will say some crazy shit out there.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how they implement Trump and how, Ray Flores and Sean Porter are used alongside Snoop. Is that going to be the trio? Or are they going to find a different way to kind of, use their talents? But, yeah, man, I mean, look, we talking about other stuff. Tio needs to just drop this belt. Fury did it. Nobody wants this fight. And it's sad because Kambosos looks so dialed in. Kambosos. He looks so dialed in, man. He looks like he may bring some fireworks to this fight. What do you think?
I think that he will absolutely bring fireworks. I think that this has always been Teofimo's fight to lose, which means that Teofimo fighting his best fight, I think he wins this. But if Teofimo does not show up at his best, he is going to give Kambosos more of a chance to win. Kambosos' best night can beat Teofimo's less than best night. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Teofimo, this is his fight to lose.
Wow.
But regardless, the scorecards are close. Even if Teofimo wins, which I'll bet on him. I think he will win. I'm gonna pick him. I keep wanting to say knockout, but I just can't get it into my head to make that official pick yet. Still gonna wait until we get closer and then decide. But yeah, I think he should win. But again, it's gonna come down to, like, does he leave it in the gym? Did COVID do anything to his stamina? Like, there's still a lot of questions that we don't have answered. And Kambosos is not Rod Salka. He's not the fighter that you can go in there and have a so-so day and come out on top. Tommy Fury the other day, what did he give himself? Like a C- or a C+ or whatever. He could have a C+, C- performance against the opponent he was facing and still win, right? You cannot have a C+, C- performance against a Kambosos and expect to, guarantee the victory.
Really? I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't think so.
I guess I got to do my homework on Kambosos again. I feel like his biggest win is like Lee Selby or some shit like that. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
And
but that was a good
Lee Selby's
win, though.
like a featherweight or smaller
True.
moving up.
No, he was like a featherweight. Yeah, he was like a super featherweight.
So I don't know, like. And did he stop Lee Selby? No.
He did not. No.
Yeah, I mean,
No. And it was actually a competitive fight.
The
Some
part,
people
though.
thought Lee Selby won, right? Or no, wait. I think I'm I think I'm misremembering that. I think most people thought Kambosos won, but I think there were some people that thought it was closer than others. Others said, "Oh, Kambosos walked through him," and there were some people that, well, no, you could give Selby some rounds. It was a good fight. It was a good fight from what I remember.
I mean, listen, he can still make it a fun fight, because he looks the part, the anger in him, that fire. He looks like he wants to win. Man, a split decision, they're saying, ouch. Man, how the fuck? Who is this? What in the world?
What you talking about?
I have no clue. So, I'm being hit up at all hours of the days. But what is so should we talk about this hit list? I mean, I know some people think it's
Might as well.
See, I know some people think it's an entire show. But before we get into the hit list, Nathan in the UK sends over £4 and he says, Fury, Wilder, prediction, please. I'm going with Wilder. I think that's expected. But it's like hard to bet against him looking as focused as he looks, Sometimes losses make you, sometimes they break you. And, he just looks dialed in. And that doesn't mean that Fury doesn't, just because he hasn't shown us. But you only see one guy and you don't see the other, and obviously that one guy that you're seeing, he's the guy with all this power, and now he's adding little wrinkles to his game that can help him. So I don't want to be on the outside of that and pick against, and then it's like, damn, he landed that shot. He got Fury days. And he got it done. I mean, I don't know. What about you? Where you at with it? You don't believe it?
I don't believe it at all.
Wow.
I mean, it's like, first of all, like, let's talk about the whole shitstorm of everything, right? Like the back and forth between him and Eddie, and like all this started for me. I saw Michael Benson like retweet or he put out the whole Fury saying he's the biggest knockout artist or the biggest puncher in boxing history. It was like, he said something like, they asked him if Wilder was the biggest biggest puncher in boxing this era, and he was like, incorrect. I knocked him out, so that makes me the biggest puncher. And it's like, that's not how it works. It's not a lineal championship. You either fucking hit like a ton of bricks or you don't. And that doesn't mean you don't hit hard. It just, there's definitely a difference. And so it started with that for me. And then it like went down this whole Eddie Hearn thing, and it just took these side steps to Dillian White. And, And here we are. You know, it was like a really weird 48 hours, but ultimately I think that Eddie's right. I think he's trying to clout chase and drudge up interest for a fight that, if you believe those on Twitter, because I have not personally gone and checked, tickets are still low for, and the buzz, analytically speaking, isn't where it was, you know, in the first two fights. So I just feel like, you know, he's just trying to keep his name out there, I guess. Yo, and you heard Eddie hit him with me and you have the same amount of title defenses. I was like, ouch. He got him there. Heavyweight title. You didn't hear him say that?
No.
He said, yeah, well, you know, the thing between me and Tyson is we both have the same amount of heavyweight title defenses, 0. I was like, that is hilarious. Shots fired. Indeed. We got
super chats from...
I see JB Cinema.
I don't see... Okay. Low Sports Centrum that says the boxing voice is more. Then he doubles down and says, Teofimo Lopez, the legitimate and real champion without the WBC. But he didn't add that without the WBC. That was editor's bracket. JB Cinema says...
He says, I'm really disappointed with everything going on with Teo in regards to this fight. I feel like he's losing the tempo to be the best Teo. And that's what I'm saying, too. You know, there is such a thing as leaving it in the gym. You know, there is such a thing as, you know, training camp extending itself too far. You know, some people said that, well, I better not mention any names. But, yeah, so, you know, he's got a really good point. I think that it's not just tempo, it's momentum. Yes. Like the Lomachenko fight seems so long ago now. And in a situation where it was like people were making arguments to put him pound for pound, people were making arguments that there's nobody in the division, not Tank, not Ryan Garcia, not Devin Haney, that were, you know, on his level or that he was above the rest. It doesn't feel that way as much. Tank's had some pretty big moments. You know, Devin, you know, had a really big win. He's let a lot of these guys kind of catch up, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But the next super chat's coming in from Clipper Game with the $5 super chat. Says, make boxing great again. Yeah, man, that's, you know how I would do that?
That's that Trump reference.
Let's bring back Friday night fights. Let's bring back Tuesday night fights. Let's bring back the Contender. Let's put boxing back on
we bringing
TV.
back Monday night fights with Teofimo Kambosos.
That's a weird day, but whatever.
Why? You got Monday night football. You don't want Monday night fights? You're a hater.
No. I'm not being a hater. What I'm saying is, like, I've had Tuesday night fights, Thursday night fights, Wednesday night fights, Friday night fights, Saturday pay-per-views, Sunday PBC cards. Monday's like one of the very few days that boxing rarely had cards. The only times I can really remember were like Labor Day, 4th of July's that landed on a Monday, like very specific tribute. And most of the time it was like military based, like for, not for Labor Day, for Memorial Day. So, you know, or for 4th of July. So, yeah, you know, that's pretty much what it's been most of the time. A-Rod83 Boxeo says, Saludos, Mario and Ness. Hope to jump on with y'all one day or invite you to mine. Keep up the great work.
Who is
Salute
that?
From 559 Fresno area.
Let me see. A-Rod Boxeo.
A-Rod 83 Boxeo. Listen, champ.
Okay.
I got a IG. I got a
subscribe,
Twitter,
man. I just subscribe.
You know what? Let me go subscribe. They both add Mario Munguia. You hit me up, I come on. That's how it works.
Yo, hit me up on Instagram, bro. That's how it works. If you're a content creator and you want to create, hit me up on Instagram. We're going to schedule a date. We'll get you on here. No problema. You just got a sub from me, my friend. Keep fighting the good fight. I see this episode you got here called Puro Pinche Boxeo, homie.
How did you click on it? It's not...
I'll send you the link because...
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
You are my friend.
Thank you, because it's not... Like on the phone, it's different. You could just click it, and it'll go to their channel, but
yeah,
I'm on
man. Yeah, man. Let's see. Pinchi, what's his name? And hopefully A-Rod speaks good Spanish. We could use a Mexicano on the panel. We got a Mexican-American. You know what I'm saying? We need a Mexicano.
Damn. Y'all hear that? He shitted all over me.
What? You Mexican-American?
Let me go get
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
I heard you say we need a real Mexican, a Mexican that's actually real and knows what the pastries are in Spanish. That's what I heard you say, but whatever. No, I'm playing. Yeah, no, definitely. Let's I hope we can link up. Do some podcasting. I want to do like man, I know this isn't entitled or anything, but you know what? I'll just save it for another time. I want to go down this rabbit hole.
Look at Alexander Lioness in the chat.
What is up to do me? Some bullshit from... Oh, I don't see.
Someone said something, so he had to use the wrenchy.
Oh, he wrenching it up out there.
Yes. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. It's going to help this show grow. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so and help us get to 130,000 subscribers. That's where we're trying to go. And if you have hairy balls, you can go ahead and get yourself a lawnmower 4.0 at manscaped.com and use the code TBV and scape those balls down. Have some smooth balls like Ness. You know, be the best. Yeah, I said it.
The best version of yourself.
I'm trying to sell lawnmowers right here.
Man.
I'm trying to sell lawnmowers right now. Okay? 4.0, man. Make sure you listen. Go buy your daddy one. Make sure you put that code though, TBV.
Wait, Father's Day passed, right?
It did.
Yeah. That's all good. Hey, Christmas coming up though.
Listen, without your dad and those very balls we're speaking of, you wouldn't be here. So you shouldn't wait for fucking Father's Day to get him a lawnmower. That's what I'm saying. And Manscaped, this is the best, right? That was the best ad you ever had. You better clip this and make other podcasters use it right there, because your dad's balls, those are the best balls. You should be buying a lawnmower for your dad's balls. You know what I'm saying? He got you here.
You had it. I'll tell you this. You had a shot at that if you would have kept it rhyming. You literally rhymed like 3 bars in a row.
Why does everything got to rhyme?
It just sounds better. It phonetically sounds
like
better.
Rapper.
I mean, why do you have to have hot girls in a beer commercial? Because it sells beer.
With this rapper stuff, man. But anyway, manscaped.com, get 20% off, and use the code BETTBV. We got my man Nathan came right back with another super chat. He says, "You gonna be shouting, stop the fight for Wilder again?" I mean, listen, if it gets like that, my emotions during the fight were exactly what I felt. I don't know if that is what put me on the outside, but Jaguar Park might be a ridiculous ad, but I bet you are thinking about shaving those balls now. Remember, TBV.
Bro,
that's the code.
I seen
Manscaped.com.
I seen Paris Hilton eat a nasty ass burger. So don't talk to me about ads that don't make sense.
Speaking of Paris, you could use the Manscaped on your girl's punani. Just saying, if you want to smooth it out, you know what I'm saying? You into that? It's cool. Manscaped
it's
works
unisex
for both.
Is the best way to say it, right?
Unisex. It is.
Yeah.
Don't record and send me a video. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just that's going too far. I'm just saying. But don't forget to use the code TBV when you do all that. Listen, man, we're gonna open up the phone lines. Slow day in boxing.
Don't use it on your face after you use it on your balls. Do me. No, I'm playing. We're
gonna open up the phone lines, man, since it's a slow day in boxing.
Boxing?
But yeah, I guess that was only for me. Like, am I?
Are you what?
I guess that's only for me when he said, "Are you gonna be yelling? Stop, shouting, stop the fight?" Because you didn't say that. Did you do the live fight chat with us? I don't even remember.
I did not do the live fight chat, but I do remember thinking to myself that it could be stopped, but I never thought it would be because Deontay's shown the ability to carry power well into the championship rounds. And I don't think, I just never expected it. So, yeah.
Well, since we're talking Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, and we still haven't gotten into Tyson Fury's 3-fight list, I do want to go to my bookie. He can also be your bookie, and that's mybookie.ag, and get you the odds. See, have that changed with the latest 6-minute video of Deontay Wilder, and not yet. Now, I don't know if Fury has gone down, but Wilder is a plus 210, and Fury is a minus 270, and the over-under is at minus 120 to go over 7.5 rounds. So when it's minus money, they obviously believe that it will happen, and that's why they're not giving you good odds. So they're expecting the fight to be over before 7.5 rounds. So yeah, if you're going to make a bet on Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury for the WBC heavyweight title, 12-round fight at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, don't forget to head on over to mybookie.ag and use the code again, TBV. Very simple, right? Or is it bet TBV? Uh-oh. Where's the producer when you need him?
Just ruined it.
Where's the producer when you need him?
I don't remember it ever
being.
It is
boxing, make a bet, promo code BET TBV. So BET TBV. All right, let's go out to the.
Yeah, BET
TBV. Uh-oh, Mario losing it.
You nailed it.
Mario losing it.
Bomb Squad! To this day.
Nailed it, champ. I'm sorry.
To this day.
Yes, I did.
To this day.
Let's go on out to.
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
Shout out
the Jam
Big Rig Trucking Agency, which I need more information because he just told me that he just wrote a new policy, so he's offering more than just trucking insurance. But I need more information so that I'm not, giving out the wrong stuff. But he definitely just got a new contract, but he was at church, all right? He said, I just wrote a new policy. So it might be for workman's compensation. If you're looking for, I don't know what that means.
Like a loan?
I don't know. I got to
get
more
an advance
details.
Loan?
I got to get more details. But he just wrote a policy for Target, the company Target. We're dealing
like the store.
Absolutely, yes.
Whoa.
Yes. Nestor locked in a sponsor that deals with Target.
Time.
Yes, it is big time. Shout out to Big Rig Trucking Agency, offering all my truck drivers insurance in multiple states. So you heard the phone number. Call them up. And until I get you that very important information on this new insurance he's offering, you can always just call the phone number and find out. JumpTube says it might be supplemental insurance. I have to again, my man is a God-fearing man, and he was in church while we were texting, and he was like, I gotta go. I'm at church, and we haven't spoke. Busy rich men are busy rich men.
Sounds like a guy you can trust.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That being said, and now a word from the number one welterweight in the world.
In Jesus' name.
Thank you. Let me go out to my Jimbe, Boomerang. What up, bro?
Yeah, what's good, Ness?
How are you?
Not much, brother. I don't got much to say, man.
Not excited for Tio? He's back.
Listen, like Mario said.
Oh, let me tell you guys, it's also a different price. Let me see if they gave me the information on that. But Mario, see if you can find the info. It's not going to be a normal price pay-per-view. We should be paying. I don't know if I'm buying on my Tio band, but
let me see. I'm actually on the website.
We should be paying less for this pay-per-view, FYI. Sorry to interrupt your call.
Wow, we're going to be paying more, huh?
No, less.
Oh, less. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be less than normal price.
Well, I wanted to go anyway. It's nearby, so I wanted to see if I
it's
can
in the
get some
Hulu theater.
tickets.
In the Hulu theater.
Yep. So
in the heart of COVID, right? It's in the heart of COVID, New York, where you need a vaccination card to go outside.
Yeah, I'm vaccinated, so I'm good. But yeah, no, I'm like Mario said. I think he's allowed these other guys to catch up, and he had such big, I don't know, big energy after that Loma fight that it's kind of died down, man. Nobody's really talking about him. I don't know. He has to look spectacular. I think he has more pressure now than he did in that Loma fight. I don't think he had that much pressure in the Loma fight because he wasn't the favorite. Now he's the favorite. Nobody's talking about him. They're talking about Tank, Devin. I mean, for some reason, still Ryan. He has to make a statement, man. But onto the whole, I don't really like the whole politic things, but having Trump there, I think might bring us, just like Jake does. It might bring new fans. It might be the fans that remember, watching fights in the 90s or in the 80s, and all of a sudden want to, start watching boxing again. It's I think Keem said it in the back chat. He had 40 million people vote for him twice. That's a big fan base, man. That's a big fan base. So
who?
Hopefully it gets size. Trump. He had 40 million people vote for him both times. 40 million people. We're gonna get some.
I mean, if you believe those votes, right? Wasn't there a scandal there? Or at least some sort of word?
There was no scandal at all.
Am I confusing the votes? I thought there was people.
I mean, there was people that said that Joe Biden didn't get as many votes as it, but those people are delusional.
Okay, so all right.
I mean, he got a shit ton of votes. There's no doubting that. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing, though, Mario. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. These politicians, none of them represent us, so we should not even give a damn. I mean, live your life every single day like it's your last. So
ain't got no time for these haters.
No, you're right, champ. Joe Biden is the other side of the coin. Like, it's the same coin. None of them are doing the things they should. We have problems everywhere. So that's what bothers me so much, because people are like this Trump fandom and they like so behind him. It's like, bro, he ain't doing shit neither. Joe Biden wasn't the answer, but he just wasn't as shitty as Trump was.
You were arguing, though. Sorry to cut you off, but you were arguing that it's not a good thing. Put the sport first, man. Just like you put the country first before parties, put the sport first. Having him there is going to get more eyeballs on the sport. So it's a good thing, even if you don't like what he represents. And that's all I have. Yo, great show. I'll talk to y'all later.
Peace. Listen, great call, by the way. Listen, okay, let me see. I'm just going to read it verbatim. The Teofimo Kambosos fight will be available for $19.99 as a one-off, or $2.99 if you buy a monthly Triller subscription, which nobody will. That last part was editor's brackets. Yeah, so $19.99 is $19.99 more than it should be, but at the end of the day, it's still an affordable price. So it's better than being $50, right? I guess that's like probably the only positive thing I can really say. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's like, expecting coal and getting garbage. I don't really know what a good metaphor is, but it shouldn't be pay-per-view in the first place.
Man, give me $20. Give me $20. I love that price, though. I ain't gonna front. And don't we still
because you think it catches on?
No, but don't we still get like music with them? Isn't it Ja Rule with him?
Nah, that's on this one coming up Sunday.
With Vitor?
With Evander Holyfield and Belfort. Yeah, you got Joe Budden versus Ja Rule in a versus.
What?
They're saying that 50 Cent is going to walk that Joe
100
out.
guns, 100 clips.
Nigga,
I'm from New York. New York.
That's actually a good versus.
I'm about to be out there. I ain't even know. Now I'm excited.
Yo, you know your ass ain't even going to stay there that long.
I got 100 guns, 100 clips. What? Bruh, I'm a Ja Rule fan, man. Like, what was that song, bruh? He had, what was it, Lil Mo? I think it was Lil Mo made him popular with that. Always. No, that's Ashanti. What was the other one? No, the first one. What year was that? 98. 98. Ja Rule had that song.
That's right.
Where would I be without my baby?
Oh, yeah.
Was that year? I don't know.
Where would I be without my baby?
Nah. That ain't it. It was a song where he was like locked up.
No, Put It On Me.
It was a song where he was like locked up. And she was holding him down or some shit. We got to go through the Ja Rule resume, man. Yo, let me
Living It Up. No, it wasn't Living It Up.
Nah, Living It Up. Nah, man.
No, my bad. I'm tripping. That was. Are you talking about the one where they reenact the Goodfellas scene when he comes home really late? And it's like, Ma! You don't remember that shit? You don't remember that shit? You're like,
Yo, no, I don't. Honestly, I don't.
Oh, you tripping? That was like a really popular MTV video, and they replayed that whole scene. Remember when he comes home, and the mom's like bitching him out, like, "Where you been?" Right? He's like, "I'm peacing out."
Who is Danny. This? What is this? Always on Time. Is that Ashanti? Always on Time?
Yeah, Always on Time.
So that ain't it. They ain't it. Down ass bitch. No,
holla, your ass. No, that ain't it.
It's early. Like,
Put It On Me.
It's like 9-8. I'm telling you. Let me go to this 9-8. Let me see. Smoking, kill him. We here.
Bro, he ain't got nothing in 9-8. I think he blew up in like 2000, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, you tripping, man. When was Vinny Vinci?
Oh, that was 1999. I just seen it right now.
There you go. Ain't it? That's the song. Every little thing that you do, will be between me and you. What year was that?
What was that song called?
I don't know. I don't think it's that one either, man. Fucking job. But hey, I'm gonna be there.
It was called Between Me and You in 2000.
He said with Christine Milian, Trav FDY said with Milian. Let me see if that come up. Put me on. Brandon in Cincinnati, what up? What is this? Ja Rule and Chris. What is it? Christian? What's her name? What was her name? She fine as hell.
Christina Milian. Yeah, she hot as hell.
Yo, you sound bad, bro. You alive over there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
I was waiting on my intro, brother.
Oh,
no intros today?
Oh, I ain't know. You know, you had me thinking you just wanted to come on because we was talking music.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pitch and let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yeah, and that's the song you referring to is Ja Rule and Lil Mo, Put It On Me. I know you're tired of being lonely.
Yeah, I think it is that.
Put it on me.
Yeah, that was a jam. Yo, he's got a lot of hits, dog.
I.
That's gonna be a good versus.
Yeah, yo, Ja got some fire. Yo, 50 shut him down because 50 made it sound like, oh, singing on the song is corny.
Yeah, he was soft. Then he started doing the shit himself.
Yeah, and Drake done made a fucking killing off it.
Yeah, and then it's Fat Joe versus Ja Rule. It ain't Joe Budden. Joe Budden ain't got no fucking hits. Fuck, listen to Joe Budden. We're gonna play Pump It Up 10 times.
Pump it up. Yo, Joe got some fire though. Joe got some fire, like some shit that'll hurt. I mean, he got some shit. Not no records though. He ain't got no records.
No, he ain't got records.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He ain't got no records. He can rap his ass off though. Nah, but as far as T.O., at that $20 price range, if the undercard is still the same, that ain't bad, man. That's a good fucking price if the undercard's the same. But like everybody been saying, they competing with NFL football, and really any boxing match pay-per-view this time of year is going to have trouble competing with football because
on a Monday,
on a Saturday, it's college football. So I mean, we love boxing, but most people who love boxing is the same demographic who love football, and football always gonna come first as far as the alpha male sports. It's fall time is football time, so that's why the summertime is really the best place to put big time boxing because ain't no football, ain't no basketball over in like June. So yeah, man, it ain't gonna probably do great. I'm just hoping they get it out the way and he can move on finally. Shit. But yeah, that's my call, man. I got Ja Rule beating Fat Joe in that versus though.
I don't know, man. Joe got some hits. You playing Joe out. Like, that's the thing. You might be young. Joe got fire, okay? But obviously Ja Rule's better, though. He just is better because he made more song shit. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the problem. What are you going to do? Because your biggest hits involve
other
are
people?
like the best, exactly. The best
but you
parts
still get
of those hits.
You still get the chorus played. Like you don't need them people there.
That's true.
Your man, Jada Kiss used Ja Rule song without him. I'm from New York shit. That was a Ja song.
Who was the better lyricist though, Ja Rule or Joe, Fat Joe? In your opinion,
it's tough, man. I'm telling you, I'm pulling up Joe's song so y'all can see this dude is fire, man.
He's got
that first album.
Lean Back.
No. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Going off the top of this list.
You on some young shit. Go back to Don Cartagena, man. My man been doing this shit for mad years. Like,
bro. I just said this first song that popped up. I just put Fat Joe songs. That was the first one I seen. But yeah, he got What's Love.
Nah, man, let's go to Cartagena. 9-8, man. He was out here. Listen, remember, 96 was ready to die. Biggie Smalls, you understand? You got Biggie, then you got fucking P. Diddy. They destroying the fucking airwaves, all right? They got it on smash. Then you got this dude from the West Coast throwing up fucking W's. He killing shit, okay? Pop, Biggie, Diddy, smash. Somehow Joe was still putting out hits. Somehow, Joe was still putting out fucking hits. And he got on, he had some songs with Diddy on there. But let me pull up this one.
Big Pun.
I want the song list. Where the fucking song list? Give me my song list, man. Because that Don Cartagena song album was fire.
Yo, what if Ashanti were to come out and do the chorus for Ja Rule's track and then come and do the chorus for Fat Joe's What's Love? What's love? Got to do with it. What's love?
Yeah, that was fire.
That was a jam, bro. But the thing is, though, Ness, Fat Joe's got a lot of hits that were like not that old too. So Excited was a big track. What was that other one I like to play in the gym? Turn It Up. No, that's not it. What was it? I forgot what it was called. But he's got some recent hits though.
I mean, I would definitely recommend a bunch of songs on that Don Cartagena album, especially the Don Cartagena song. He had shit on there with Big Pun and Cuban Links that I would recommend. Charlie Baltimore was on that back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I would recommend. And that's his first album, man. Then, obviously, Pun started getting more popular, probably ghostwriting. And that Jealous One's Envy album was fire, too. That was one of his earlier projects. But
damn, you writing a biography on Fat Joe I didn't know about? You got all his songs on lock. Or you reading them off the
No,
list?
I looked them up. But I'm saying these are songs that I had. These are songs that I physically had the CD to these albums. Like Jealous One, that's what I'm saying. I'm an East Coast baby though, so it's different. It's like me asking you and you saying you ain't had no Scarface or no fucking Paul Wall in your playlist. You understand?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm from the East Coast, so I grew up on Joe, and bro, he had a lot of hits, man. I'm telling you.
But did Joe influence the culture in the East Coast the way that guys like the Wu did?
Now, I ain't gonna say the East Coast in the BX. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on,
people
man.
wearing
Terror Squad.
Yeah.
Bruh.
They had unlocked.
Just like Wu had a clique, TS was a clique. You understand?
Yeah, okay.
Like, and Remy Martin came from that TS clique. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, that was a
Cuban
spot. Yo,
Link.
they had
Cuban Link, Big Pun. Like, bruh, stop playing, man. It's
no.
I
agree with you 100%.
First of all, Noriega. Listen.
Noriega,
TS at the height of his was when Pun was alive. Look up
TS.
that song. Yeah, Terror Squad.
Oh, Terror Squad. My bad.
Look up that song with
TS
Fat
needs
Joe.
something else
I
down
believe
here.
the Locks is on a song with Fat Joe, Big Pun. What's the name of that song, man? Somebody gotta help me. He's gonna watch a Puerto Rican jump out here.
But is it a Big Pun song or is it a?
It's like all of them on that shit. Bunch of New York dudes, man.
Got you. So it's like a collab. It's not like a Big Pun featuring an excessive
It's
amount.
probably a Joe song, man. Joe put everybody on from the BX. That's what I'm saying. He was the backbone. Obviously,
but Pun was who gave Joe the
man.
shot.
Pun was the talent. Joe was already on. What you mean?
So you telling me that? But wait. Okay, hold on.
Yo, just look it up. When was
Coast.
Big Pun's
I don't
first
know.
song? Like, come on, bro.
Nah, bro. Let me tell you. I think that you're probably forgetting, or maybe I'm just unaware of these people's careers before they hit mainstream. But for my recollection, Big Pun is the one that graduated Fat Joe. I don't remember it being the other way
Big Pun
around.
is the fucking talent. He was the one the most talented. But like, look, 98, that's just Capital Punishment, man. I told you Fat Joe came out in 95. And don't get me wrong, Capital Punishment and even the 2000 Project Yeah Baby, that shit was fire. That was like the introduction to Tony Sunshine. But Joe was out for, man, Joe, that's what I'm saying. He the Dawn. That's his name,
right,
Joe the Dawn.
People saying that Fat Joe is who put Big Pun on. People are just saying that Big Pun was bigger than Fat Joe, but that
he was
Joe
more
was
talented.
the one
He
that put him on. I didn't know that.
He was way more talented, way more. Listen, Cuban Link slept with Big Pun's girl. That's why he got cut, man. That's why he got that $150. You know what I'm saying? That's why Big Pun got that song like, them my titties, nigga, get your own. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to live my life, but they can't fuck my wife. And it's so hard. That song, come on, man. Yo, Joe, chill. He just is like, it's boroughs. You got to remember, it's boroughs. So there's no way you can't give, like, nobody got the crown over Joe in the BX. In the Bronx, that's his shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, getting back to boxing, that's what T.O. do. Actually, it's because of Ja Rule. Shout out to Ja Rule, man. Shout out to Ja Rule. And that's another one. Because of you know, not really, because obviously Noriega and them is from what? Queens, right? But he got put on. I'm telling you, Noriega was on that song too that I'm telling you about with Big Pun and them. So yeah, them New York connections.
You are going to have fun if you stick around. I'm not convinced you're gonna stay the whole time, because remember, it took a really long time for them to set up that stage. Yeah. We got to see 2 fights and then like 100 commercials.
Bruh, I'm coming now that I know. I ain't even know, and I completely forgot how the other Triller looked with Michael Hunter. Man, I'm coming strapped up, Sammy. I'm gonna have like 8 of them things. Soon as they light up, I'm lighting with them. Nah, I'm fucking with you, but I'm not. I'm be enjoying me some Ja Rule, man. And I never seen Ja Rule live. I did see 50 live. I went to see 50 because, you know, he was the truth. 50 was the truth, man.
Bro, let me tell you, 50 did a surprise show in Corpus at the height of his popularity. Let me tell you, bro, he shut the city down because people were trying to just like crash the venue. Like, and first of all, let me tell you, he didn't come to our like big American Bank Center venue. He went to like this shitty venue that all of like the Dope House, Swisher House, Zero, Lil Flip at the time, Camille and Paul, they were doing the shows there. Like, you know, it was meant for 300, 400, 500 people, and thousands showed up. Like 50 shut my city down for almost like 48 hours. It was madness. It was crazy, bro. He was so popular.
Super chat from Nathan in the UK that says Mario got a Manscaped with the 4.0 lawnmower using the code TBV that snake under his nose. No, it wasn't funny.
My handlebars?
Yeah, you
Bruh,
called it a snake,
they looking
man.
good today, I think. But
King
whatever.
Cobra.
You can hate. That's fine.
Yo, so that's a little bit of money though. Like, shout out to Triller for doing an affordable pay-per-view, but damn, I guess they're gonna want like a 2-fight deal with Tio to get their money back. What the hell's gonna happen?
I mean, for real. And I don't think that happens. I mean, Aram already has Tio, back under the umbrella, so to speak. And I don't see that happening. I don't know. Oh man, shout out to Mr. Vegas. I wasn't gonna even say it on air, but now you talking about after the Kappa 1, 2, and 3, 2K1 to 2K. Yo, you talking about mixtapes from early 2000s and they were fire. You know what? Shout out to you, big dog, because I know you were at your local flea market copping those mixtapes, because they weren't sold anywhere else. So, you know what? Shout out to you, big dog. That's what's up, man. I haven't heard of before the Kappa or after the Kappa mixtape.
Oh shit!
Actually, I'm lying. I have Slim Thug on my workout track.
Look, your man Doomy put the song right there. I told you, Fat Joe, Nas, Big Pun, Jada Kiss, and Raekwon. But I wonder.
What song was it?
John Blaze. But
I
wonder
John
if the
Blaze.
remix
I remember that track.
I wonder if the remix had Nori.
I don't remember that at all.
Coach J Mac, what up? You available? Yes, you are.
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part in all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J Mac, where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. So official with it. Go and check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute. Get ready for the back attack.
Yo, good morning. How I sound?
You good?
You good,
Good. Hey, good morning, Myra. Good morning, Ness. Hey, shout out to Bob and Al Heyman. Seeming to get, sounds like that fight is going to get done. All this can't do business. It sounds like Al Heyman came to bed when it was time to make sense to do business.
Where you getting that from? Where you getting that from?
It's all over YouTube, and a lot of people that I follow that seems to be very resourceful says it's going to happen. So it looked like it's going to happen.
This is going to be interesting. This is going to be
I
interesting.
saw that too.
Looking forward to that fight so we can, for some of the naysayers that think Bud ain't never accomplished shit or did anything, we can figure that out. I'm just super excited for the fight. I don't really care for your topic. Like you said, it ran its course with me. For Deontay Wilder and Fury, I'm going with Wilder. Wilder look like he's working all the right things. He fighting a little more tighter, finding a way to tuck that chin so you can get some of that explosive off. Malik seemed like they were focusing on some great things for them. Now, the unfortunate part is he got to work out in the ring for him. So Wilder going to have to be a dictator. Wilder going to have to use the speed and his power to put Fury in a frantic stage to where he's not comfortable with being in front. Wilder and got him second guessing to where he can't just box comfortably. But we got to see how that's going to play out. For his Fury's fight list, if Fury somehow get past Wilder, that actually seems very. I would actually like to watch that list, and it would be nice if Wilder beats Fury for him to get them that same list as well too. For us, the Deontay, the Dylan White, the fucking AJ fight 2 times and stuff like that. So if the fights get made, man, I'm back energetic. I got a lot of love for the sport, but when the fights not getting made, it's kind of hard to keep up with the sport. It leaves a bad taste in everybody's mouth with all the shit they got going on in boxing. For the Donald Trump thing, I think that's great, man. First, I don't care for him for certain reasons, but boxing is a sport that people loves controversy. And the type of dude, the type of comedic he is, Donald Trump is definitely gonna bring a lot of eyes to the sport. That's my call.
Yo, you know, it was another classic, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think Ja Rule gonna play some of his hits, man, because they wasn't radio hits. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got the crowd cheering, how do you win, right? Right? Mario's over there.
I
Fucking
mean, for
typing.
sure, 100%. I mean, you're absolutely right. The thing is, for me, is, you know, depending on what the crowd is like, you got to kind of favor Fat Joe with some of the new hits because those were on the radio. Like, people
And
remember
that's
the
what I'm
words, the
saying.
song. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Exactly.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's unfair because, like, yo, have you ever heard that song Race Against Time by Ja Rule? Of course not. You're a Texan.
How's it go?
You're a Texan. Why would you listen to a whole Ja Rule album to find this gem? Before I even fucking recite the lyrics, I want to know who has heard Race Against Time by Ja Rule. Let me go out the Stone Bone book sale.
What up? What up?
What up?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I think just looking from a different different coast, Fat Joe is who in the 90s and early 2000s and mid 2000s and pretty much late 2000s, Fat Joe is who they helped Rick Ross build his current image. That used to be Fat Joe's true image. He was the guy that could rap but was putting people on. Everybody knew he was the money behind Big Pun. Big Pun had the lyrics. Fat Joe was the boss. Fat Joe always had a boss image. And the problem for Ja Rule is you watch 50 Cent steamroll him and the whole New York kind of turned against Ja Rule, whereas when 50 went at Fat Joe, you had them crazy Latino niggas in the Bronx, the black dudes, saying, no, we don't fuck with the Queen niggas, we rockin' with Fat Joe. That's my nigga. And that's when that whole thing between, like, how you gonna call him a nigga? And they was talking about Fat Joe saying nigga, and Fat Joe said, I've been living with black people all my life. I am black. I'm a black Latino. So I don't Fat Joe just got a boss image that, and it came through. He brought back people, even with the Remy Ma's and the Cubans. Fat Joe is one of the guys that people down south and in the Midwest looked at as a real gangster on the East Coast. Not a rapper, but a dude who was respected, like, by all rappers from across the world. Like, if you mention Fat Joe on any coast, he's respected. Look at him and Mac 10 with the Deeper Than Water movie. Out west, when the niggas couldn't go out west, Fat Joe was out there shooting a movie with Mac 10 with all bloods in Inglewood. Come on, man. Like, no New York dude would have ever did that in the middle of the war, go move out there and shoot those type of movies. So it's just it's a distinct difference where Ja Rule got crushed and people looked at him as a singer, where Fat Joe was like, nah, you couldn't crush him. 50 couldn't crush him. G-Unit, them tried to, they couldn't. And look at him, he's still here now, running the streets kind of bossed up. They built the Rick Ross image. That's Fat Joe and Khaled putting that energy into Rick Ross and turning him into that boss persona. So Fat Joe by far, and the rap is true. He the truth. He a real street dude, and what he rap is real. So, but T.O. them, we don't even care, man. He just needs to knock this dude out and go on back to get his money and fight Loma or whoever it is, because this is pretty much a drug out saga that just needs to end. Pretty much, that's where I'm at with this Kambosos shit. And you can't get him for two fights.
Before you go, what was the name of that movie?
Thicker Than Water. It was Matt 10
and
Fat Joe. They played. He found out they brothers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they found out they brothers at like their dad's funeral, and then they had been beefing. And yeah, he was one of the first dudes from the East Coast that was a gangster. Like, you had like comedians and different actors from the East Coast that lived in LA, but he was the first street rapper to really go out there in the middle of the war, or the so-called war, and start getting major love, doing whole albums and movies. And he done recreated himself about 10 different times. You got to respect him. Where Ja Rule is still stuck back with the singing harmony days. You know what I mean? He hasn't been here like Fat Joe with, like you say, K just did the all the way up. That's
the track I was talking about. Yes, all the way up.
So it's gonna be hard to compete. So like I said, the 90s, 2000s, and look, right now he probably got a song on the radio with Chris Brown or somebody, Fat Joe do. So it's gonna be hard for Ja Rule to compete with that.
Stone Bone. So, is it true? Because people thinking the Crawford sign and we just waiting on Porter. But I feel like almost.
That's what I heard.
I heard the same thing.
That's what I heard.
They're targeting a November
I haven't heard that.
date.
Yo, I feel like the bad guy.
That.
I feel like the bad guy saying that I heard the opposite, but I'm pointing the finger, man. Fuck that.
Whoa, where'd you hear that?
Where was I yesterday?
Oh shit.
Birds chirping.
For real?
Word. I heard the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? I put it in the pre-pro too. Cause Rob said the same thing y'all saying. Like, yo, he's saying, yo, I'm hearing it's done. Crawford signed, all we waiting on is Porter. I'm like, damn.
And they're saying it's not a joint pay-per-view. That's what they're saying too.
And I'm saying, damn, I just heard yesterday that shit is, my man said, his words was, take it to the bank, is going to purse bid. I said, what? Yeah, take it to the bank. So
hey, that ain't what I'm hearing. I haven't heard that. Only thing I've heard is
I hope y'all right.
I heard that it's very close to being done over there on that side, and this is going to be a ESPN pay-per-view slated for. They trying to do the November 20th date, but if once it get done, they still it could push back into the first 2 weeks of December. But if it's going to be that, though, it's going to be around the Thanksgiving type fight. That's all I'm saying.
Tough, man.
Okay, and that's why only reason I'm.
Guess what? Tank.
I know, and I'm hearing that because he
Tank in November,
but I don't know if that's for sure. I'm hearing Tank in December.
Bro,
I heard Tank in December.
Nah, he was.
Tank ain't gonna fight anybody that's gonna compete.
Canelo's November.
Yeah, Canelo November 6th.
Listen, Canelo is November.
That's right.
Yes, and
Damn,
then
I forgot.
so I'm hearing they trying to push that for November 20th because Bud has another card in the next week in Omaha, so I don't think he's gonna try to do the card and then fight the next week. That's why I think that fight will be November 20th because he got a card, a Thanksgiving card that he's doing in Omaha. For he just had. Shout out to all the BNB fighters. They just had 3 turn pro and they all won, and they coming back November in Omaha. So shout out to my Muslim brother Ali, Allahu Akbar. We proud of you. You did your thing. They all just turned pro their debuts, and they look great. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to BNB. Shout out to everybody over there. Hey, the Mel and Shakur press conference should be on in a minute, right? So we're looking for that, man. Let's go, man. BNB is in the building. Let's go. Yeah. All right, man. It's gonna get done, man. Watch, man.
I hope because it going to purse bid means it may not get done. They might not like the winning bid and walk away. So the best thing that can happen is that they do make someone like I've lost my train of thought. I just got this email. I was fucking asking this company. Remember, I bought the 3 headsets for the weigh-in. The Shure 40. I don't know the actual model number, man. They're like BM44Ls or some shit like that. I don't know. But I bought the. Oh, here we go. I bought the.
But they so dope that it made you lose your train of thought.
Well,
that's what you're saying.
Well, no, because the company I bought it from, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Direct me to who I need to talk to, because we got 3 big ass platforms. I shouldn't really be buying shit from you.
Worm.
Feel me? But I did need those for Border Wars. Border Wars, September 18th. Saturday's going down. This guy right here, the one next to me.
Me.
This way.
I get my outfit tomorrow.
He gets an opportunity at greatness.
Tomorrow. Mine comes in Saturday.
He gets an opportunity at greatness and the opportunity to win. That's not it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm already soured because Ash's outfit's better than mine, and it's not that mine doesn't look good. I have a color scheme. That's not it all matches. It's just hers it's a better vibe. You'll see.
Well, she better be working because I know Jose girl working, sparring big women with skills. So this is the belt that Mario will be fighting for because he's taking on the lineal champ, which means the man that beat the man. Okay?
That's what that means.
That's what that means. So if Mario beats
the
man to beat the man to become the man, he becomes the Ultimate Man.
I'm gonna send you a link so that you can share the official definition of lineal.
Would you make shirts that says lineal in the front and in the back, the way the definition goes, just says man to be the man?
I might start a gym. Shit. I mean, lineal champ of Border Wars, yo, that comes with some responsibility for sure.
For sure.
But that comes with some bragging rights. I'm sorry. It just does. You know, I mean, I start telling people I'm the lineal Border Wars champ. Yo, I mean, I think they're going to want to come train in my gym. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Mario will be fighting for this belt. The question is, can he do it? Once upon a time, we thought Eric Cruz, SOG, one of the biggest punchers in Border Wars, was going to do it. He was another guy that people thought was a big puncher. And look, he is a puncher. Every other fight, besides his loss to Jose, which he was undefeated at that time. Jose gave him his first loss.
Yes.
Cruz actually holds a win over a 3-0 with 1 KO MTK Global professional right now. Meaning when that dude was an amateur, he fought in Border Wars and Cruz beat him. He went on to continue to, work on his craft, pile up some amateur wins, and get signed by MTK and turn pro. But Cruz holds that win in the amateurs over him, just like Danny holds a win over Crawford. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's right.
Yo, that's what's up. Real quick, not to change subject, but speaking of that reminded me, man, I even seen the Lomachenko Robson fight too from the Super Series, and
huh?
Yeah, like it's
what
just
are you saying, brother?
Cancio, he fought the Lomachenko. I seen that fight the other day too. Like it just made me think, like, man, people that have been in the ring, like Cruz, it's like you're talking about him having this fight with somebody who goes on to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, could be the same situation here with Oscar Valdez. I mean, I'm not saying he loses. I'm just saying, it's a closer fight than people think. People think that it's like
with Cancio.
Yeah, with Cancio, it's a closer fight than people think. That dude's strong. He's very strong.
No franchise belt. No franchise belt in Border Wars. There'll never be one. There's only one belt per division. You know what I'm saying?
People are tripping if you wouldn't think you want the lineal belt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this the tank or the ant belt. It's either the tank or the ant belt because they fighting for the vacant 175-pound light heavyweight strap. And you see, we designed ours and we put the division there. Oh, that's upside down. We put the division there. You know what I'm saying? This was a producer's touch. I wasn't sure about that. He
there you
said,
go. No.
He like, yo, should we put the division? I'm like, yo, that's never been done. He like, I know.
Well, it's not on the belt, right? It's like a plate.
No, it's
like
engraved.
A replaceable plate.
It's engraved.
No, it's on the. Oh, it's engraved.
It's engraved, bro. This is like you can't be a lightweight, heavyweight, and then scratch it off and be every division. Nah, this
not
is
to scratch it off, but
this is the real
like
deal.
in wrestling, like WCW, what they would do, like if like Goldberg won, the belt would at the bottom would have a nameplate that says Goldberg, and then if Hogan won, it would have a name.
You being a lineal is cute, but this shit is real right here, like. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you don't really defend the lineal, even though Jose is kind of defending it, right? Like, you can win it because you'll be beating the man to beat the man. And I guess he can defend it. But when does it stop?
I mean,
that's the question. When does it stop, right? Does it never stop? Is it its own belt somehow and continues? Damn. Did we just create a franchise title somehow?
I think we created like a pound for pound title kind of, but not pound for pound. It's more, I mean, lineal is what lineal is. Like if there could be a lineal belt, like everybody would want a lineal belt in every single.
Somehow we made a political mistake because guess what? You're in the cruiserweight division. All right, this still works because it's still a mini tournament. The truth is that you're fighting a cruiserweight. Then Rob is a cruiserweight fighting Sir Bishop the cruiserweight, and they're fighting for the cruiserweight belt. They're fighting for the cruiserweight belt. So, They said bite it. I'm not biting it. I'm already old. You want me to lose my teeth? You gotta save the enamel.
Bite it? Who said to bite it?
Fucking GB.
That's hilarious.
Let's go out to David Maldonado in New York City. New York City. Well, the producer, you heard my conversation. I think you need to talk now because now we're going to end up with some sort of a cruiserweight lineal belt unification. Like the winner of Mario versus Jose versus the winner of Bishop versus Rob. Well, both winners are going to have a strap. We never thought about that. But we wanted to, because since in real boxing the lineal doesn't have a physical belt, we wanted to do what boxing didn't do and give it a belt because it is a status. You understand? And it's one that's only few people can achieve.
I mean, listen, I hear what certain people say, about the past. People trying to live off what they did in Border Wars early on, whatever, blah, blah. But to me, Jose earned it.
Listen, you got plenty of people out there that don't know what you're talking. You can't just say.
Okay, so somebody like Show Kid who's like, who the fuck is Jose? Who the fuck is so-and-so? We ain't never heard of him, blah, blah, like that stuff. I understand where Show Kid's coming from.
Hold on. Let me address that. I mean, who is Jose? Okay, well, Jose's 3-0. Show Kid is 1-1.
No. I'm not making the case. I'm saying that you have people saying these things, and to me, Jose's earned his spot. Jose did what he did,
of course,
and he, you know what I mean. That's the point I'm trying to make, and I'm not trying to start a debate or anything. Show Kid and anyone else is welcome to their opinion, but I'm just saying, for those of us that do remember, there's a reason why.
Listen.
Why
even if you don't remember, right? Vladimir Klitschko could come back today and there'll be fight fans that don't remember him or don't know him, but he will get a big fight and he'll get a television deal and all this other weird stuff, So let's just go out to a caller. We're going out to New York City.
What he done to the boxing world to be number one in the junior weight division.
Yo. Y'all hear me?
Yo,
you hear me?
We do.
Hold on. All right, just making sure, man. Mario, man, by the time you come out with the wrestling voice, CM Punk's contract is going to expire from AEW, man. What's going on?
Yo, I love it. Y'all got to keep... Yo, remember Doomy? Doomy still ain't go. He got COVID, but so what? He still ain't go see Gerard Ennis.
And Ness, little known fact, I'm a hip-hop historian too, right?
That's good. That's good.
Your man, Mario said that fucking Ja Rule's going to battle Joe Budden. Get the fuck out of here. That's not happening. He's battling Fat Joe, man. He needs to stay in Texas.
I said Fat Joe. I didn't say Joe Budden.
Yeah, he said...
You said Joe Budden, bro. You said Joe Budden.
Yeah, you did, but we cleared it up.
Somebody else said Joe Budden.
Somebody did.
Anyway, in that versus, it's gonna be a good versus. But the thing is, Fat Joe got more material because he still got more longevity. Album for album, I think Ja Rule got better albums than Fat Joe, but Fat Joe got more singles. As far as the king of the lightweight division. Finally, Ness is always talking about the number 3 and number 4 guys. We finally got the number 1 on the topic. I'm gonna be up in there. My boy ODB, aka what's the caller name from the Wu-Tang that be calling it from Brooklyn? You know what I mean? I'm gonna be in there 100 guns, 100 clips, and 100 fake vaccine cards because I'm from New York. You know what I mean? Because I'm not vaccinated, but I got
You talking about King Born?
King Born, him and the Dominican dude, they're the best callers, bro. What's his name? Him and Georgie Porgy, man. They got to keep calling, man. They make the show hilarious, bro. But, yeah, man, Teofimo finally, things are looking good. Now we get some progress in the division. After he knocks out Kambosos, he's sending Devin Haney a term sheet. Because he said his dad said that already on Moonshine's channel. And I think Devin Haney should wait for that fight, man. Let's get that out the way. Before Teofimo moves up to 140, he needs to handle his business like the way Robert De Niro did in Heat. Remember the movie Heat, Ness, before Robert De Niro went on the run? He turned back around real quick to go ice that dude that was in the hotel. Nah. Before Teofimo makes that move to 140, he got to double back real quick and put an end to Devin Haney the same way that Charlo did with J. Rock Williams. And then he gonna move up and be 2 times undisputed. 2 times. And that's my call, guys.
Why you always lying?
Why my man be stunting, man? He be why fight fans believe everything they favorite fighter tell them? Like, how could Tio send a term sheet? Like, he's with Top Rank. How you gonna send a term sheet? You better be asking Bob, can he send a term sheet? Come on, man. Let's not just lie out here. He gonna send a term sheet. Hawk, man, what up?
Yo, TBV, what's up, Ness? What's up, Mario?
What up?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, y'all can hear me. Yeah, man. Damn, y'all was talking about the Terror Squad, man. At one point, man, that Fat Joe wasn't even looked at like a rapper, man. He was like a gangster. The dude, 50 Cent went a little too far, man. Fat Joe had to call them people's off of 50 Cent, man. They was gonna hurt him, man. That crew there. This George Kambosos. Hey, Tio taking so long. I don't really know if he gonna beat this dude. I hope he can, but what if he lose after all of this haggling? I mean, wow. I did hear that story about the Terrence Crawford and Terrence Crawford fight happening, but I had to believe when I see it, and I had to believe Tyson Fury if he actually shows up. But he claims he got a list of fights he's gonna have 5 in a row, but I don't know. We got to make sure he get there on the 9th of October. But shoot, what else was y'all talking about? Oh, one other thing. I got this ain't on that subject, but I got the fight with I can't think of his name. Steve. What's his name? The 135-pound fighter.
Steven.
Got the title fight. I mean, you fighting his boy coming up.
Well, he ain't fighting. That got canceled. COVID.
Yeah, Brandon got COVID.
Can you say COVID?
It got canceled?
Can you say
Well, it got
COVID?
postponed. It's getting moved back because Brandon got COVID. He tested positive for COVID.
Brandon Figueroa.
Oh no, you talking about Brandon Lee. No, I'm talking about Shakur Stevenson and
Oh, I thought you were talking about Brandon. I thought you were talking about Fulton and Figueroa.
I'm talking about the Shakur Stevenson fight. And that fight, I know that's going to be a good fight.
Shakur Herring. That press conference is today. It started right now. It just started. Well, actually, not yet.
Oh, really? Yeah, I got to see that fight. I'm going with Shakur, but I got to see that fight.
Yeah, that press conference about to start.
Yeah,
I was going to go to that, but I'm like, ain't nobody talking about that shit, man. I ain't about to spend $400 just on a flight to fly to Atlanta for the press conference. Ain't nobody talking about it. Nobody.
Talking about it not enough for you to go? Okay, but people are talking about it. Might not be to the amount that makes it worth it, but people are excited about it.
Where the buzz at, man?
Where the buzz at?
Where the buzz at, man? You know what I'm saying? Where the buzz at? Where the buzzy buzz? Where the buzzy buzz? We going out to Keem the Dream in Florida. Are you avail? Keem, you gotta get strapped up, man. You out here without one of these. Sheesh. No Keem. All right. We going to JP in Long Beach. Are you avail?
Long Beach in the house.
Good morning, fellas.
I don't know what all this romanticizing of Fat Joe's about, but he finna get smoked whenever that versus comes on.
Word?
He's getting smoked. Don't know women be checking for Fat Joe's drops or nothing like that.
But is it a voting system?
No, it's kind of a universal consensus, what everybody says type of thing.
Yeah.
No, ain't no votes being casted, but just the feel of the people speak. And dog, once Ja Rule come out, I feeling like you're living a double life. Joe don't got nothing for that. And the women, he don't, Lean Back and All the Way Up, them is almost spoof songs at this point.
Spoof?
Lean Back, come on, you start doing that lean back shit.
You wilding right now, man.
Come on, that's fun when we lean back. That's like a joke. Oh, everybody lean back. Come on, man. That shit ain't going up.
It was an anthem, dog. Come on.
It was. But now, though, the replay value of Joe's songs are very low. And I think Ja Rule's replay, them old-ass songs, got high replay value. Even at the one with Jigga, Bounce With Me. That shit with Jigga.
From that era, though, you don't think that there's going to be a crowd that don't know Ja Rule songs, but know, like, more current Fat Joe songs? Like, I'm really asking, because I don't know.
I think the only current Fat Joe songs I really know of is like Lean Back and All the Way Up, and them is relatively old, but I guess the newer generation would know those songs. But man, them Ja Rule songs from that time.
Man, y'all don't know about Joey, man. That song just came to my mind. Hey, Joey.
Nobody knows that song.
This money, niggas, they be wildin'. Y'all don't know nothing about Joey Crack. Hating on him, man.
He regional, dog.
Man,
we gotta go
regional, man.
Regional, local.
Listen, I'm going with Ja too, because Ja got stuff that people ain't never heard that's fire, man. Like I said, nobody ain't even answer my question about Race Against Time. Y'all all Ja Rule bums. Y'all don't really know Ja. How y'all don't know Ja? Yeah. How y'all gonna say y'all know Ja? Y'all don't know that song, man. That's one of his fire songs. It's like
when Queen Latifah told GQ on Juice, "You local." Oof. That nigga local, man. But on to the boxing. I really almost feel, as far as these purse bids go, man, I'm just confused. I feel like Teofimo and them could have got the deal signed to Top Rank. What the purse bid ended up being 3.5. Why go to purse bid? Then I just feel like Top Rank, possibly after the ESPN contract is over, man, they might be done in business. Bob is 100 years old. Who's gonna pick him up? There's no HBO. Some of their top fighters are getting purse bidded out. Why bring Teofimo and Bud up to prominence, and when they get to their biggest fight, it gets purse bidded out to possibly another network? That just sounds like a promotional company that's in trouble to me. And if I'm ESPN, I'm not re-signing them. And I don't think the Wilder fight is happening this year at all. If it does, it's going to be real close to the end of the year. That's my call, bro.
All right. Yo, so nobody ever heard Race Against Time. That's crazy. Go look up that song right now, man. Just the hook is fire. Just the hook, Mario. In my race against time, I can't stop running through the red light, living my life. Even if it's getting too hot, I'ma keep running through the red light, living my life. Baby, he got that baby. Yo, y'all tripping, man. See, y'all wasn't out there, man. Y'all a little fucking off the porch just like last week, man. Little losers. All of y'all.
We were jam chopped and screwed. If it wasn't slowed down.
I'm definitely going to this shit now. I get what they doing. It never clicked because the Hunter fight. See, I keep looking at these things as boxing. So the Hunter fight clicked late. I went and paid to watch Hunter and regretted not applying for the credential and being there with the locks in my man and them Jim Jones and Cam had the whole New York wearing pink. Come on, man. So I gotta start looking at it backwards. I gotta be like, wait, who's the act? Who's the song attraction? Like who's the music on there? You know what I'm saying? And if I like the artist, then look at the boxing secondary. So I wonder who's gonna be on T.O.'s. There was rumor he had J-Lo, but that ain't, J-Lo ain't gonna do it for me.
Yeah.
Even though I've heard a lot of her songs, obviously, I deal with plenty of Latina women, so it's kind of hard not to hear a J-Lo song. But yeah, man, y'all tripping, man. Y'all better go to look up that job.
What was it called again?
Man, Race Against Time, man. That's Vinny Vici, however you say it,
Yo, it ain't even popping
Don't he got
up
another
on,
one?
his
Let me
most
see where
popular
that album
song.
at, man. Let me see where that album at. Don't he got another one on that album? I think it's like Concrete Rose. Man, y'all corny. Y'all some whippersnappers, man. Ja about to murder Fat Joe. Ja gonna have to. Joe gonna use Remy. I bet you she come out. Come on, you know she coming out. She gonna come out and be on every feature she ever been on to save him. She gonna have to save him. Yeah, she gonna have to save him, bro. Damn, so who's on the T.O. card? See, that's what we need to start promoting, man. Who's on the T.O. card?
I don't. As far as I see right now, there's nothing official for it. Not yet. But they got some time, I guess. I mean, not really, but we'll see, I guess.
Ja got a lot of shit though. He really gonna. If he put it together right, he got a lot of music.
Yo,
JP was right about that. JT, you available? Looking like a no. All right, my Jimbe Boomerang. Damn, Meek Mills was supposed to do T.O.
Yes.
We hear you.
Don't got much to add, man. Just wanted to put in my 2 cents on the Wilder and Fury situation. At this point, I don't ever think I am gonna bet against Fury in a Wilder fight, or ever. I don't really see any heavyweights beating Fury besides Fury beating himself. It's hard, man. I mean, I see what you're saying, where he's adding these little wrinkles, but I think the wrinkles are there's too much of a crease. He's getting outside of himself instead of adding little things. He's trying to add, in my opinion, a little too much. I mean, I don't know if you saw the one where he hit the body, hit the right side, no, hit the left side, hit the right side, and then came back and dunked underneath his opponent's right. It looked ridiculous. So I don't know, man. It was. I don't know. I'm going for Fury. That's it. That's my pick for that fight. But yo, great show. Have a good one.
All right. We got super chat from John Doe that says Race Against Time equals Fast and the Furious soundtrack. Really?
Nah, for real?
No way. I was into Fast and I remember I went to New York to see the first one. We was deep. I was into that shit.
You had your racing car at that time, right?
I was at the track and everything. I was so into imports.
So y'all watched the movie and then y'all went to the track right after?
No. On the weekends, we would go down South Jersey to Englishtown where there's a racetrack, and we would race.
Y'all raced on an actual track?
Absolutely. You wanna know how fast you wanna know how fast your car's doing. You can't talk shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you could talk shit for beating because there was illegal street racing. Everybody did illegal street racing, but
that's what I thought you were talking about.
But at the end, we did that. But at the end of the day, that only goes. But that's like my man, that's regional. But you get them slips, it's over, B. You international.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them slips is real. Once you go a certain speed, now you need a roll cage. You going that fast, now you need a fucking parachute. You know what I'm saying? So,
See, we had this spot in Corpus called the T-Heads, and what they were, it's like downtown, like right by the water. So it was just like stretches of 25 over and over and over. So everybody would go out there like midnight, nobody's there, and they would and it was weird too because everybody in the city knew that's where you'd go for like the upper echelon street races, but for some reason the cops were never there. It was weird. I don't know. Maybe somebody's paying them off or some shit.
Yeah. So I had a J-Spec engine. Who was that? Somebody asked what imports I dealt with. I had a J-Spec Integra, which means a Japanese version Type R motor. And I had that in a what year was that? Was it a 9/7 bubble? Probably in a 9/7 bubble because I can't remember the exact year, but by bubble we mean Civic, and those were lighter than the body that the motor originally came in. You know what I'm saying? I was all muscle. That's why I transferred to American muscle, because imports, you could only go so fast on all muscle. I mean, and then, everybody started either doing turbo or supercharged, and it's just like, that's cheating to me, man. You know what I mean? I don't really like that. So then I transferred to American muscle, which, bro, you could buy a car off the dealer American muscle and get 500 horsepower. Meanwhile, with an import, you spending thousands to try to get your shit to 500.
Soup it up. Yeah.
I mean, now shit has changed. Don't get me wrong. Now people fucking using, bro, the new Integra motors with the new Pilot, the Honda Pilot block, man. Like, people go ham on these
they
cars.
take out the governor and shit like that.
People do a bunch of everything.
My cousin had the Camaro, the SS. Yo, he would just smoke imports like all day long.
American muscle.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not saying that you can't soup up an import to beat an SS or GT or whatever. Definitely, of course you could, but all I'm saying is that every time he went against an import, he's just smoking them.
I mean, he probably was getting some regular nobodies, man. Because every import,
you're probably right.
Every import out here nowadays got a turbo in it. Sometimes twin. These dudes out here, they spending dough, man. Track done got serious. We got a few super chats. Brandon, did you read that one? He says they have
you
Trump.
read that one, I thought. Oh no, that was the John Doe.
No, the one that says they have Trump for this fight. Next Triller is going to have Michael Jackson hologram be the referee for Teofimo Lopez-George fight to help sell tickets. Damn.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Cannabis Cove says Fat Joe put on. Yeah, he put on. And then he came back and said, Joe catching a body. Mark my words. Wow.
Damn.
Ken Stone says, I'll take Trump and Jim Lampley over Brian Kenny. I like Brian Kenny. I mean, the old Brian Kenny. I like the old Brian Kenny.
Friday Night Fights Brian Kenny.
He was more like trying to get that name out there and being like, it's a little
aggressive
bit
and shit,
sexy. Right now, he's laid back. Like, I already made the big bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody, I remember, somebody compared you before to Brian Kenny when you were doing your interview thing early on.
That's crazy.
Early on and doing videography stuff.
High praise.
Yeah,
I wish fucking Brian Kenny's the top of the food chain. We got Texas Bulldog that says, shame on channels like Punch Drunk, from descending Valdez to saying Canelo is bigger than boxing. The dynamic.
I think you meant defending Valdez.
Okay. So then, what he's saying? You wanna? Because
let me see this. He goes, shame on channels like Punch Drunk for defending Valdez to saying Canelo's bigger than boxing. The dynamics basically, I'm Latino and I don't care if they're on roids.
Well, I guess there's a character limit because he punched that all in. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then we did John Doe, so it's time to go because we got everybody unless Keem is available these days. We'll go double back before. No. And on Blog Talk, there's a lot of people which haven't pressed 1. Now would be the time because I'm heading out, man. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Heading to the press conference. We knew it.
GTO. Peace. Catch us on
At Martin McGee on Twitter. At Martin McGee on Twitter. At Martin McGee on Instagram. Peace. Flagship tonight. We gonna break it all down.
Peace.